quest for the 19-inch pipe daddies has continued on. I haven't missed any of my sessions in my absence from filming. I'm just having my second-ish meal of the day, some oatmeal. I want to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on and what changes or updates, I guess. A little update if you give a flying fuck at all. So I finished my master's in economics, and so the past month and a bit I kind of just stopped recording at the gym just to sort of remove a commitment and free up a little bit of time for myself as I was hammering out the last little bit of that. So we got maple nut oatmeal. I don't know, just in the package, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of flavor instead of just the plain oats. We're gonna put a little milk in there. And yeah, basically, I just took a little break. And your boy is now a freaking master in economics. Somehow, you know, I think I just intimidated them into giving it to me because of the biceps, you know. The guy can barely freaking read. Somehow he earned his master's. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Legally illiterate still. Yeah. So it's the end of a chapter with school, and now I'm thinking that I'm going to spend more time making YouTube videos since I've got a little bit of an extra, time, a lot of extra time and energy freed up. Now that I'm not balls deep in Excel every day, researching house prices and whatnot, so that's good. And I have some access to a friend's home gym, so we'll start filming there soon, recording the workouts again, talking about what I'm doing, documenting. And we're gonna see if we can get these bad boys up to 19s. They're a little over 18 as of the last measurement, maybe 18 and I don't even know, an eighth, something like that, but every little sliver is a success at this point. Yeah. So for breakfast I had granola and peanut butter, granola and a banana and peanut butter. And then I had a few pieces of bacon, had a protein shake in between. Right now it's, I don't know what time, 2:17. So I guess my second meal would have been like protein shake and 3 slices of bacon. And now my third meal is gonna be oatmeal, 2 packets of oatmeal. Should we just put her in the microwave with some milk, you know? And oatmeal by itself, just like that, pretty bland, pretty plain, you know? Not too exciting, not a lot of flavor. So what I like to do is add a little granola. This granola has craisins in it and whatever else, so it gives me a little texture. I'm a big fan of medium healthy. I don't know if I mentioned that before, I think I did. But I have been having a few too many casual brewskis lately, if you know what I'm saying. Just celebrating being, out of the prison of school, postgraduate torture, suffering. I don't know if I'm going to use my degree even, I might just try to be a professional biceps curler. I gotta get better at bicep curling, I gotta become the best bicep curler in the world. Yeah, at a real crossroads because I invested a lot of time and money and effort into earning that credential, and I did enjoy parts of it. Some of it sucked. The place I was in, I really didn't enjoy. Pretty brutal winters, not the most sociable place. But obviously my passion is fucking working out and training arms. But my profession or my skill set would be to be an economist or do something economics related. So it's a bit of a crossroads, mentally, like, I don't really want to sit in an office and stare at a computer all day, but that's the reality of life. And some people would be blessed to, or grateful to have a job like that pays fairly well, and maybe you gotta sit on a computer and do some shit you don't like, but then you make some decent money and you can have a good life. So, you know, I'm like, am I just being fucking entitled, and I need to just step back and be grateful that I even have the opportunity to earn that credential, and I should just do it. And the other side of me is like, oh my God, for what? Why? Like, who? Like, to just make, I don't, like, to what end? I guess start a family. That's part of the motivation. Getting a little older. Your boy's up in age, 32. Can't be fucking around as much anymore. Maybe I can. Who gives a fuck, you know? So, anyways, I'm sure maybe some of you can relate. And your problems always seem bigger to you, you know, in your own head than they really are. But it's a tough decision to make, and I would like to, you know, like my dream would be to be able to make fitness content, or to continue to and do it successfully enough to make a living. And I haven't been able to achieve that yet. And I guess there's just barriers and mental like hurdles, and like it's a risk. There's more risk associated with it. And then also sometimes I'm like, am I just being delusional? Like, I like working out, but that doesn't mean that people give a fuck about anything that I have to talk about. You know, like, you can be passionate about something and enjoy it, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you're gonna be able to make a living doing it necessarily. So those are just some of the thoughts that are kind of going through my head as I'm transitioning in my life from being a master's student and being in school to now not. And it's a significant kind of crossroads. You know, I feel like if I commit to some kind of full-on economics job, that I just don't think that I'm gonna have that much time or energy to make fitness content. Obviously, you could grind state, hustle state, like just work, you know, 16 hours a day, man. Like, I don't know, it's just not really me. Like, maybe that's an excuse, but I don't want to live that life where I like work a job for 8 hours and then come home and work on my passion for like editing, filming content for, you know, another 4 hours, and then there's no time to like, I don't know, just relax. But to each his own. People that do that, it's admirable. But I just don't think that's me. So, just rambling, but we're gonna be making. I think I'm gonna just not be a pussy and just commit to making more and more content. In the short run, there's gonna be more uncertainties and all those negative thoughts that, you know, might not work out, and I might be delusional or whatever. But I think I just need to believe and commit my energy to it more and more, and get through this initial period of uncertainty and lack of results to eventually get to the results, as long as I keep improving and try to stay objective and work on the things that I can. And part of that is to I just want to share more of like my unfiltered life of what I'm doing in training. And maybe it's a little boring, I don't know, but it's the reality. And I think, at least from my perspective nowadays, fitness content, there's so much like flashy shit, and everybody's trying to do like the next craziest thing, like to get your attention, because everyone's attention spans are shot. And I'm not mad at it. And I've been a part of that, making shorts and stuff and coming up with wacky hooks to pull people in. But I think I'm more motivated or interested to just like share my personality and share what I'm actually doing. And hopefully people will, you know, the hope would be to connect with individuals that are watching and, you know, help educate and inspire. And yeah. We'll frickin' see. So thanks for tuning in. More videos to come soon. This is the finished product. Oh, I put a bunch of peanut butter in there. So granola, natural peanut butter, some other, that's it. And oatmeal. So that'll be meal 3 of the day, baby. So, check out the frickin' pipes, mate. Look at there. Here she is, looking all freaking juicy today. The veins looking all crazy, mate. Shit, dude. Woke up feeling jacked today. And I noticed that if I pay close attention to my body, and, you know, I do a little flexing, you know, you don't need to be too vain. At the end of the day, they're just muscles, right? So don't let it go to your head. But if you're really invested in trying to grow muscle, build your arms, whatever, I think it's important to analyze and assess how your body responds to what you're doing as you go. And I'm pretty deep into it, many, many years in. And this morning, for some reason, everything feels fuller, more jacked. I feel like the workout I did last night led to muscle gain. I've done plenty of workouts where it doesn't feel that way. And so I think it's important to pay attention and get in tune and in touch with your body so that you can pick up on things. So for me, I'm thinking about what did I do differently yesterday? And the only things I can point to are that I worked out with somebody or with people rather than just train by myself. Maybe that gave me some extra energy to push harder, which then led to the workout being more of a stimulus, a significant enough of a stimulus to produce more muscle, to spark some more muscle growth. Or the only other thing was that I slowed down my drop sets. So at the end, for arms, I'll do these extensive drop sets for biceps and triceps with a slow tempo, and I went super, super slow and focused more on connecting with the muscle rather than going for a specific rep. Just focusing on time under tension, lowering the weight super slow, trying to really put my brain into the muscle. So now moving forward, I'm thinking, okay, one of these two things seem to lead to a significantly better session and subsequently growth the next day, seemingly, if my eyes aren't lying to me. So I think that I'm going to continue to do those drop sets really slow, and maybe potentially just the environment of being in a new gym and training with other people is a key ingredient moving forward. My whole point of this ramble is that as you get more experience with training, I think it's super useful to pay attention to how your body's responding to the different things you're doing. And you'll kind of stumble upon or uncover little gems, little nuggets. And if you're not paying attention, you're not kind of waking up in the morning and assessing where your body's at. How's your body responding to what you're doing, your recovery, your training, whatever. If you're not doing that, then you're just not going to pick up on those things, and you're not going to be able to adapt and progress your training to carve out additional gains as you get further and further along. Okay, so fun friggin' fact here. This whole time that I've been making and uploading fitness content, I have not had a smartphone. We're living in 2003, rocking the flip device, baby. And also, at the moment, I don't have a computer either, so I'm in the library. And luckily, this library has a pretty sweet setup here. Pretty freaking sweet setup here for psychotic people like me, not living in today's technological world, who need to come to the library to use a computer to do some editing, to upload videos of themselves to put out into the technological world that they're also simultaneously rejecting. Anyways, Premiere Pro, editing software. Used to work as a videographer for a while, so I'm pretty efficient in this software, and I enjoy hopping into the booth. So I'm gonna do a little bit of editing here. Get this video edited. Made a short today about biceps. Now you can't isolate your short head versus the long head. Some BS like that. A lot of content creators overcomplicating things, making it seem like you need to hit your short head with this exercise and then hit your long head with that exercise. And well, this is how you get big biceps. This is a freaking load of freaking horse shit. Biggest lie about your biceps is that you can actually isolate your short head versus your long head. If we look at the anatomy of your biceps, we can see the structure of both of these heads is very similar. You're not going to be able to significantly isolate your short head versus your long head. Content creators need to stop overcomplicating this and making it seem more complex than it actually is. Pick a couple biceps exercises you like, always show up to your workouts, push yourself hard, and progress your training to get more difficult over time. That's what's going to give you the growth you want. Overcomplicate things to make it more difficult for you so that you pay more money to buy whatever they're spewing out because they're trying to make themselves seem more intelligent than they need to, and ultimately it doesn't serve the viewer. So that's the topic for this bad boy. And that's it. This is going to be a wrap of this video. Today's a rest day, so I'm going to go hit the sauna, maybe do some stretching, maybe chill. And then tomorrow we will film probably
more of everything, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, and potentially my session if I go to the home gym. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great freaking day, you know, get your workout in, regardless of how you feel. Even if you feel tired, get in there, do what you can, even if it's not optimal. Just get in there and put some effort in, invest in yourself, and you're gonna feel a little bit better walking out of the gym afterwards. Peace.